Morning, YouTube. Are you hauling with Trail King? So a lot of you know this story, but for those of you who don't, I'm going to give you a little backstory about how I ended up with a Trail King. Essentially, I was pulling a reefer up until last fall, and ended up selling it to a coworker who needed a trailer because I needed to be home more. I was running the West Coast and I was just never home. I want to be home more. I ended up getting my own CVR, putting my name and insurance on this truck, and I decided to buy a float and move some equipment locally. My father-in-law has some excavators, a couple dozers, and just other random local work, whatever I can find, and I decided to see if I could make a living just doing my own thing. So my Western Star salesman, who is good friends with Scott Mann at Transit Trailer, put me in contact with him. So happened that he had a few trailers in stock for immediate sale. So I went down and had a look at one, and I was just very impressed with the build quality and the options he had on it, the price. And I ended up taking one home. And that's a short story of how I ended up with a Trail King. And every day since, I've been very happy I did that. It's awesome to work with. It's convenient, it's handy, it's quick. There's all kinds of tie downs and in the right place, and it's just a very easy trailer to do a job with. So I'm going to take you guys out and show you how I disconnect and load equipment. First, we got to dump the air. So we come to the back here, pull this out, and that'll dump our air. While we're at it, put that down. And that lowers our lift axle, so that when I put the air back in, it's as a tridem rather than just a tandem. We're gonna need it. So it's pretty basic. Start the PDO. I got a selector in here so I can run dump trailers and that as well. So I gotta turn on the oil flow. And all we do is come back here, pop the electrical connection out, both air lines, which is a lot easier with two hands, by the way. Let me set you guys down somewhere. See how much you can see from there. Connect those two to keep everything cleaner, and then just shove it down in here. Alright, so we got two hydraulic levers. We're going to pull this one up until these guys are loose. This big handle flips them out and set the trailer on the ground. Put this down so it releases the pressure a bit on those big pins. Lower this brace to hold the neck in place, and then we pull this release on the unlocking pin, and now we can go drive away. Can't see anything backing that on that away. But hey, it's centered, so we're gonna back up to it, hook up the trailer, show you how that's done, then we're gonna chain that down and get going. Just like that, it's all hooked up. So, gonna put the air in the trailer. And while we're right here, we're gonna flip this sign up because we're wide now. And now, I gotta find a few chains and tie this down, flag everything, and we'll be good to go. So, time lapse time. That's that. Alright. Now we need a couple of flags. These magnetic ones. These on sticks. It's a really cool spot for these. Right here. Take these on sticks to the back. Mark the back of my trailer. These handy little flag holders that Trail King put in there for us. Scrape some of that mud off so it stays. That's good enough. Alright, trailer's all set up. Now we gotta get some flags on the front bumper here and our signs, and we're all good to go. Hey, you okay? That was bad, you fell over. Gonna go put the flags on that sign and we're all set. Do a walk around, make sure, I still got my wrench with me. Put that away before I forget it. Do a walk around, make sure everything's good. That's all hooked up correctly. The blades chained down and flagged. Chains are all tight. That's all tight, nothing came loose there. We got flags and signs here. It's Ontario, Canada, so we don't need beacons. That's all tight. Doors and windows and everything looks latched. Chain flagged. And I think that means we're good to go. The sign, the flags on the front bar. Alright, it's time to go trucking. give them a call. They'd be happy to hear from you if you need to rent any small equipment for a home improvement project. Give them a shout. So in recap, just a little about what I love about this trailer. This rear axle is a lift axle, so when I'm empty I can lift it, save on tires and whatever. I equipped it with the full rear fenders just so I can park lighter farm equipment and what have you on top of them, haul more stuff. And along with that I still have the boom trough, so that lets me haul bigger excavators, toss the boom in there, and everything works. This trailer came equipped with handy little pockets here, and the flag holders. I got my mechanic to build this oversized sign. All in the boom trough here. It's equipped with big D-ring tie downs all down right into this part of the trailer, and then all along the edge here on the outside there's a D-ring like every 2.5 feet. So lots of tie downs, well built, and it just works very well for what I need this trailer to do. It's an awesome low pro neck design. It's only 2.5-3 feet from the deck up to this point at which it angles up. So I mean, if I had a rock truck or something like that that's a couple of feet off the deck, I can put the neck in underneath that, no problem. It works perfectly to disconnect and reconnect. It's very, very simple. I've had different people watch me and going, wow, that's all there is to that. It works very, very well. It's simple, it's strong, and it's not all that heavy. The one I have here has 2 kingpin positions. I believe they're 40 inches and 16 inches from the front. So what that lets me do is, with this tandem truck, I can have the kingpin back here. That overhang doesn't matter, and this outrigger in here still reaches the frame. Whereas if I trade this in on a bigger truck, either with a tri-drive or a lift axle, I can put the pin in this position, and the weight will transfer to the truck up here, which lets me load a truck properly. So that could be in the works. I wanted a trailer with that capability. The other thing it lets me do is use a single cheap if I really needed to, but doing the kind of work locally that I do and with our laws here in Ontario, that's not the greatest option for me. So anyway, if you happen to be in the market for a float and need something to do the job well, look for the triangles. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.